Call it a cover-up. Who apparently ordered the USS John McCain to be hidden from the president during his trip to Japan.
Changes coming to the military's healthcare system, how it's going to impact you.
Why this out-of-the-box solution to affordable housing might not work in Hampton Roads.
And still planning that big summer trip? We found 3 ways to save you some cash. Let's start with this early taste of summer. 13 News Now at Town Point Park tonight. We found some beating the heat with a sundown stroll along the Elizabeth River.
And here's what we're dealing with tonight. Even at this late hour, temperatures are hanging in the high 80s. The weather is our top story this Wednesday evening. Thanks for staying up. I'm David Allen.
And I'm Nicole Livas. This is one of those nights where you crank up the AC. The official reading today at Norfolk International, a scorching 96 degrees. Consider this. Hampton Roads was hotter than Phoenix, Miami, and Vegas today.
All right, let's get to the expert. Meteorologist Evan Stewart is with the Mobile Weather Lab tonight.
That's right, guys. 96 degrees, the high temperature today. That was 1 degree away from the record high of 97 set back in 1941. And even at this hour, we've got a lot of 80s showing up on the map right now. Virginia Beach out at Oceana, 84 degrees, 85 in Norfolk, 86 in Hampton. Back inland where we had some of the outflow of some showers and thunderstorms, cooler, 69 in Richmond, 74 in Emporia, 73 in Roanoke Rapids. But even by the water, we're looking at temperatures in the lower 80s. Now, this weather pattern is pretty much stuck for about one more day, and then we're going to see some changes as this whole pattern that has really been in effect for about the past week and a half, where we've had all that severe weather in the middle part of the country, snow in the Rockies, and the hot weather in the southeast. It's finally going to start to break down. We'll have a series of cold fronts coming through, and that means temperatures will be dropping on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. But with the cold fronts come the chances for rain. They will be going up. Not a washout this weekend, but when I come back, I'll have that full 7-day forecast to let you know exactly what you need to know for that weekend outlook.
All right, Evan, we'll see you back here in the air conditioning. Here's another look at how it feels outside. We have more posted on 13 News Now on the app, including ways to stay cool. Find it for free in the App Store. Now to a big change coming to the military's healthcare system.
Now, this is going to impact thousands of people here in Hampton Roads. The idea here, to make getting care as easy as possible. Chanu Hur has the story all new tonight.
The military health system is seeing change all over the country, including right here in the Hampton Roads area.
And we're just trying to integrate our healthcare system across Army medicine, Navy medicine, and Air Force medicine.
Vice Admiral Raquel Bono is the director of the Defense Health Agency, and she says bringing the control of all 3 medicine branches under the DHA ensures a more consistent and transparent patient care experience.
So what we're trying to do is really optimize the level of care we have with our existing resources.
That includes Naval Medical Center Portsmouth, the McDonald Army Health Center, and the U.S. Air Force Hospital Langley at Joint Base Langley Eustis. Vice Admiral Bono says the different troops are deployed together in the battlefield and they work well as one, so this is a chance to apply that at home.
Part of that is that when we work together across Army, Air Force, and Navy, we're sharing all of the lessons and we're just elevating our performance collectively.
And patients, she assures, will notice that there's more consistency.
How they make an appointment here at Langley will be the exact same way they make an appointment in San Diego, or the exact same way they'd make an appointment in Hawaii. And so for them, the experience of care should start getting more standardized.
All right, so Chanu, when does all this change go into effect?
Yeah, so that, of course, that's the big question for all the people who would be impacted. And Vice Admiral Bono says this all starts on October 1st of this year, so coming up in the fall here.
Good time to prepare.
Absolutely.
All right, thanks.
All right, let's take another look at the 3 hospitals affected by this. Naval Medical Center Portsmouth will be part of the change on the peninsula. The McDonald Army Health Center and the U.S. Air Force Hospital Langley are also affected.
Here are 3 big stories we are following tonight. A major milestone for America's next aircraft carrier. Crews at Newport News Shipbuilding installed the massive island on the flight deck of the future USS John F. Kennedy. The ship is about 90% complete now. Could be launched as soon as October. Zane Reynolds is back behind bars. We told you last night he took off while being transferred to the Dare County Detention Center. Deputies are not saying where they found him, but they are saying they charged a woman with harboring a fugitive. And Norfolk International is trying to woo JetBlue. The airport confirms they're in talks right now. We're told it's far from a sure thing, but they are optimistic. JetBlue already flies out of Richmond. Frontier and Allegiant started flying out of Orf within the past year.
Updating breaking news we first brought you on Daybreak. We just got the mugshot of the man who led officers on an hours-long manhunt in downtown Norfolk. Jeffrey Owens is accused of roughing up two sheriff's deputies. Here's what police tell us. Owens was inside the public safety building around 2:30 this morning. That got the attention of deputies. But when they tried to talk to him, a fight started. At some point, a deputy fired at him and Owens took off running. That led to a massive manhunt. Police shut down streets and stopped transit.
I caught the bus home to go to work, and they said it was a shooting down here, and they blocked off every street from Waterside till Bramilton Avenue. The train stopped running, the buses stopped running, and everybody just in a panic.
Officers found Owens about 4 hours later near MacArthur Center. Since he had been shot, he had to be taken to the hospital, and doctors think he'll be okay. After he's released, he'll be formally charged. A Norfolk man faces charges in that deadly church van crash in Dinwiddie County.
State police say 4 people died when Robert Lee Allen's pickup truck slammed into the back of the van last night. It was hauling metal. Several others were hurt. Among those killed, Wartina Somerville. We learned she was a first-grade teacher and a new mom.
I know Wartina is in a better place. She's okay. For many years, she moaned the loss of her mother, and now she's reunited with her mother. That's the comforting note here.
Doctors are still treating several other people tonight. New tonight, the White House wanted the USS John S. McCain moved out of sight during the president's trip to Japan. That's according to the Wall Street Journal. They report a tarp was hung over the ship's name ahead of the president's visit to Yokosuka. Sailors were also directed to remove anything bearing the ship's name. The Journal also reports the ship's sailors were also given the day off when the president came to town.
There's a new push to automatically forgive student loan debt for permanently disabled vets. Mark Herring is joining the fight. He and 52 other attorneys general are asking Betsy DeVos to make it happen. You know how we do this. Janet Roach joins us to take a closer look.
Let's take a closer look at what's driving this proposal to help our disabled vets. The cost of college is high. We borrowed to pay up and currently owe $1.56 trillion total in student loan debt, affecting 45 million Americans. Sprinkled in that number are those service members who became disabled while fighting for our freedom, veterans who still owe. Federal law says loans are supposed to be discharged for permanently disabled vets, but they still have to wade through mountains of paperwork to get that relief. Out of 42,000 vets who qualify for the relief, only 9,000 applied and 25,000 are in default. So that's why Herring joins other attorneys general in saying, hey, let's make this easier and wipe away the debt automatically.
Thanks, Janet. The secretary hasn't responded yet. We'll let you know what comes of this.
Tackling the tough topic of sea level rise, city leaders and neighbors in Virginia Beach are working together to stop scenes like this. Flooded yards, covered streets, and homes inundated with water. 13 News Now is at the Virginia Aquarium tonight for the first in a series of meetings. The city is sharing what engineers recommend to keep the city dry. On the table, infrastructure projects, small and large. There could also be changes to your property.
Developers and property owners would have to start developing and adapting their property to be more resilient against sea level rise and recurrent flooding.
Now here's what Virginia Beach is up against. The Virginia Institute of Marine Science is telling cities to plan for seas to rise as much as 3 feet over the next 60 to 80 years. Compounding the problem, the fact that Hampton Roads is sinking. The next meeting is tomorrow at Kempsville High School from 6 to 8.
Across